So team, yesterday what we saw was just a minute. Where is the project? Okay, so if you see this, like we had this code, right? We had this code and we were supposed to be pushing it, and actually we did that by first initial things that we ran. Okay, now yesterday we were learning this concept about the local branch and its respective remote branch, how to deal with that. Now what generally happens is there are multiple people who tend to work with the branches. Okay, and uh, hi Kavita.
Hi, Pawan.
Okay, so it's just a few seconds back we started. So yesterday what we saw was like this was our one machine, this was another machine, everyone was referring to the same branch, okay, to which branch they are contributing. Okay, ideally what happens is uh, right now if you see here, I have I have this folder and I go there and I see that in Selenium framework if I hit git branch, I see that I am on master branch. Now I have to create a new branch from this. So what do I mean here is on Bitbucket, if I go and see that there is a master branch. Okay, if I see the commits, okay, and branches. If I click on branches, I see that for this my framework repository which I had created, I see that there is only master branch. However, I want to make a copy of it and I want to work on that copy branch. Okay, I don't want to disturb master unless and until my new code which I'm going to push is good enough. Okay, so let me go to the command prompt. So there is a command called git checkout hyphen b. What would be the new branch name? Develop. From which branch? From master branch. Okay, please note this command. When you want to create a branch from any parent branch, then you have to use this command. So let me write this syntax for you here. Then what does a create new branch? So when I say create branch named develop from master. So this is the format: git git checkout hyphen b new branch name and space the parent branch name. So what I mean to say is, if I have to create a branch named develop from master, so master is my parent branch of develop branch. So I will put master as a parameter here and I will put develop as a parameter here. because he will be the new child branch of master branch. So I go here and I hit this command. Okay, what is this? Okay, git, just a minute, what is the company? Git stash. The following untracked working tree files will be overwritten by checkout. Okay, so uh, so just ignore this as of now. Okay, this command. What did I do is there was a branch which was created, master, right? This was my branch, master, and I there were a couple of changes that we did in few days, right? So those were the changes which I had made as a temporary. So I reverted them back with git stash. Okay. Now my intention is whatever is there on the master branch. So guys, this is still a local master branch. Okay, this is not the remote master branch. See here, there are two things that are listed. One is master and one is origin master. So I have created a remote. I have created a branch of master. Uh, okay, I have created a branch of master uh, named as develop. Okay, so I see that if I hit git branch now, I see that a develop getting listed here. So still, this develop is a local branch in my case. If you see this figure, I have created this branch yet. Okay, I haven't pushed this develop on the remote repository. That's why you don't see it yet on the remote repository. Do you see it here? No, right? It is still not here. So my so now if I have to work on develop branch, now I want to push this git push. What is it saying? That I cannot push this branch because there is no such thing available. So I say okay. Now what this command is supposed to be doing is it is creating a develop branch in the remote uh, repository. So that's why I said origin. Okay, so from my local branch I created a new repository remotely. Okay, remotely I created this. So git push set upstream. So what did I do with this command is I actually created a remote repository called origin develop, and with that set upstream command I actually created this link this link which you see. This link I created so that the local branch and the remote branch are associated with each other. So if you see this line, this indicates that we have correctly associated our local branch and remote branch. Hema Kavita. Till this point, are you guys clear? Sudhir as well.
So
I didn't hear anything from others.
I have one question, Tom. Here you get all the files from this branch, or we need to.
When you create, okay, when you say this command, right,
Yes.
git checkout -b, that means you are asking to see, uh, when you are saying, okay, how many of you are aware of inheritance? I'm not sure. Basically, Sudhir knows inheritance. If you are inheriting anything, then you bring in all the things in the child, right?
Yes.
Similarly is the concept. Here you are creating a master develop branch from master, so you are inheriting everything that is there in master in develop. You are making a local copy. I mean to say you are creating some sub copy of master, and you don't want master to be disturbed. That's why that's the another branch I have created named as develop.
So why I'm coming, Pawan, is suppose in the master, right? You create one branch, I create one branch, right? And I don't want you override my code when you are
Right.
making
So
this.
yes, so ideally from a master only one branch is created, or there can be multiple branches. But what happens is, again I come to this page, this particular thing. If someone created a develop one named another branch, okay, this pointer keeps moving ahead. Okay, if there is a new push that happens on this branch, this pointer keeps moving ahead in the timeline, and the the
For
new
each,
yeah. So just
Pawan.
yeah, I'm listening. What you are asking?
So under master, we created developer one, developer two, suppose, right? So the
Yeah.
pointer moves as and when you create a new branches.
No, the pointer moves as in how you keep pushing the latest code on master branch. So this is a header
Once
we
you
say. See, from develop. So for example, he is a develop branch. Okay. Okay. If I made certain changes in develop, okay, and I say that I'm good to I made certain changes at this point and I'm good to merge it here back. Okay,
so
I
you're saying you're merging code from develop to master.
perfect. So at this
Okay.
point I said that
Every time,
I made certain changes
here's
in
my question.
develop branch, and I said that I will, what is this, yeah,
So my latest code, Pawan, is in the master or is in the develop branch.
your latest code is now again in master.
So the question is why we always move into the master. Why can't we just suppose we come back to the real time scenario, right? Suppose you have created one master branch. Under that, you create each release one, release two, release three folder, right?
Mhm.
And you label it as one release.
Yeah, so let me come to that. The thing is, this is a basic training. So Kavita and Hema, they are totally new to this. So at first initial level, how simple projects start with is something everyone should learn. Then later comes different release branches and all those things.
Yeah, my basic question is you always take the code from the master, not from the sub branches, right?
No, not necessary, because see, ideally in any project there will be a master and there will be a develop we develop branch who are mirror image of each other. Mostly they are tried to be kept mirror image of each other, so that If anything, some see from these developed branches, you are forking another couple of branches. Suppose say Kavita is working on, uh, let's say I create a new branch here from develop. Say Kavita is working on this branch.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Now say this is Kavita's branch. I name it as Kavita's module. Okay, she is supposed to now this is another branch which I created from develop. Okay, so develop will be always made sure that it has all the working code always. Okay, we are anyways not disturbing master. Okay, so Kavita is working on her branch and Hema is working on her branch. What is this? So this is
See, Pawan, why I'm asking this is suppose like Kavita has modified some code, right?
hmm
And I modified some code.
hmm
So we need to merge both into the master
Yeah,
ultimately.
so it will never happen that you will overwrite her code. Let me tell you. If Kavita and Hema's module have been created at the same time from the same develop branch. Okay, this is the point when you guys created a branch for each other.
Yeah,
Up to this point, do you agree that you will both have the same code in your branch?
exactly. Yes,
Kavita and Hema, are you understanding?
definitely.
Yes, Pawan.
Okay, so when I did this command run, okay, git checkout -b develop master, you came at this point. Okay, so understand that these circles are nothing but the code, and whatever code is there, this is code here. You fetched it from here and you started working on your respective areas. Okay, now uh, from this place, if I go here and I say that you work on your area, you start doing your work like this, then somehow I'm not able to show that git repository. Uh, so, so team, there is in Eclipse there is a git plugin. So you can install it by searching it in the marketplace. Okay. So once you install that, you will come to this place. Okay. There is a git perspective. So you see that I can add an existing local git repository to the view. So I see that I have C uh, Selenium framework. Okay. Now the thing is, if you see this, I just added a plugin. Now it started showing me the name of the branch here in Eclipse itself, on which branch I am. So you will try to understand that if I create another branch. Now, for example, if I say I want Pawan, named Pawan or Kavitas, let's say example with Kavita. Get, okay, first I will see on which branch I am before I move further. With respect to this diagram, okay, right now I don't have anything beyond develop, but I want to create a branch. So I say create checkout hyphen b kavita module. This is a new branch, right? From which branch I am going to create? Develop. Now if you see here and go, it will automatically show you that you have switched to Kavita's module. So now Kavita is good to start working on her areas. Now what Kavita will do is she will make some changes and she will try to she says that okay, my code has reached up to certain point. Say for example, she says that okay, I have reached up to this point in my whole project timeline. Okay, this timeline is whole project's timeline. At certain point, Kavita says that I have added certain automated test cases, and now I want to push my changes to the develop because my code is good. Okay, now she already has a latest code of develop, and she merged her changes in that branch. Now she wants to merge it back to the develop. So where is it? So at this point, she merged. Okay, let me remove this confusion first. Okay, she says that okay, I have reached at this point and I want to merge it. So there is a line. Now what happens? Hema has also created a branch from this point of time here. She has code at this point of time, but she doesn't have a code which Kavita has merged at this point. So Hema is going to keep working on her module. Okay, at certain point, Hema says that now I am done with my work. Okay, so in the timeline, Hema has finished her module a bit late than what Kavita has done. Right? Are you guys getting what I'm trying to say? Kavita and Hema.
Yes.
This situation will always be there, right? Both of you cannot be, both of you cannot do the work with the same pace.
That is possible, right, Pawan?
That is possible, but then if both of you decide someday that my branch is ready, is your branch ready, you together cannot commit. Either of you decide that who will commit the code first to the develop branch. Now, both of you together cannot commit the code to the develop branch. It is first who commits, his code should be pulled back to the other person's branch. First, let me do this. Assume that Kavita is done with her work. Okay. Now my header has moved at this position. Okay. And now I label this as, say, uh, so every push that we do, it has certain ID. Commit 1. Okay. And I change its font to say 7. Okay. So this is commit 1. So on develop branch, now this latest code is no more a latest code. Commit 1 is the latest code on the develop branch. Do you agree, Kavita, Hema, and Sudhir?
Yes.
Right? So what has happened? Kavita has done certain changes in her branch, and she actually first tested her code. Okay, so what she did actually, let me show you in a practical way. What she might have done is, okay, now there are certain files here, and suppose she went into certain file and she said that okay, let me write a simple line. Okay, this file is a parser file. She added this comment, just this comment. This is as good as she made some change in her branch, right? So immediately when she made a change to her branch, here the plugin shows that this greater sign is there, right? She says that this greater sign means that this particular repository of Kavita's module, which is locally present, okay, git branch. Right now, I am in Kavita's project, okay. I am in her branch right now. She made some certain changes. So I say that, just a minute, eh? Okay. So as I was saying, now Kavita made certain changes in her branch, saying that now I want to push my change to develop. How will she do? First, she has to make sure whether before pushing her code was there a change in develop, because she cannot assume that she is the first person who is going to commit the code to the develop branch. So before pushing anything to the develop or any other branch from which your branch is created, make sure you take first git pull. Okay. So what I say, git first remotely, what happens is this is your own branch, so nothing will be changed, you know. Okay. So what it is saying, there is no such remote branch because this is the local branch that I've created, right? If I show you again here, this is a local branch. There is no module named Kavita here. But if you see in branches, I have created one remote branch. Okay, see here there are two branches. Okay, one is develop, one is master. Now, if I go here, so if I remove active, okay, it will show only active as of now. So merged is something it will show you two branches. Coming back to the concept that Kavita has made certain changes and she has to push her changes. Before pushing the changes, she has to make sure her branch is correctly synced with her own remote branch. So for that reason, she has to create this, she has to run this line first. With respect to this diagram, I am explaining to you, okay, that now uh, inside the develop, again she has created her branch named Kavita. Kavita module, right? So this branch is currently at this place, okay, in her computer. It's not still there on the remote. So again, the same way that we did for develop, we will be doing that. Okay, she did her changes and she says that okay, my code is good. Now I will hit enter. Now I have to just remove this. Okay, so can anyone tell me what should I enter here? Branch name? Hema, Kavita, Sudhir. See, what I'm trying to do is I am trying to create a remote branch of Kavita module, which is locally available for me. So what should I give? Origin name?
Like always master, right? Master slash.
No. Here I am creating Kavita's remote branch. So I will say Kavita module.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. I thought you were creating under master.
No, no, nothing. I'm not at all touching master, not even develop. Right now I'm on Kavita's branch and I'm creating an association between my Kavita's local branch and Kavita's remote branch. Okay, so what does it say? That the requested upstream branch origin does not exist. So first it is saying that git push hyphen u. Okay, and then it is saying, yeah, this is what we did a couple of minutes back. Okay, now if I see that, what command did I run? This is git push set upstream origin Kavita module. Okay, so this command helped me to create a remote branch here on the repository. Okay, if I do a refresh here, see here, Kavita, can you see your module has come here? Yes. So what did I do? What did I do with respect to this diagram? Your branch was there. You made the changes here. Okay. Still, the changes I haven't committed in your branch. It is still pending. Okay. Just I created a branch from develop and I made a change in it. I just made sure the remote branch is available and then I will start pushing your code in the remote branch as well. What till now I did is I created your branch here and I just with the last command I created a remote branch named origin Kavita module. Okay, so in my repository now I have a branch which is associated with Kavita's local branch. So I create a link between both of them. Okay, is this clear now, all of you?
Yeah, Pawan.
Okay, we why we have created a remote branch of Kavita and not directly merge it into develop, because Git doesn't allow you to merge your branches directly into the develop branch unless you have your branches synced between remote machine and your local machine. Okay, there is a reason always. Okay, so as of now what I say is I have created a local branch. Okay, I have with git push set upstream. Okay, let me copy this command for you there. Okay, so this is to associate to create remote branch of branch underscore name. Okay, now what did I do with respect to this diagram? Again I repeat, I now created Kavita module branch and I created a branch remotely associated with her branch. Right? I should not be doing anything locally and suddenly merge it into develop. What am I doing here? I have created another branch here. Now I go back here and I see that if I do git branch, I see this. If I want to see all the remote branches as well, git branch minus a. It will show you all the remote branches as well. How come git branch minus a actually fetched the values from the repository? How did I get these values? Because at the initial stage when I was configuring this, I had set some upstreams and downstreams, right? Because of which it actually associated with the repository. This there is a git folder always. Okay, let me tell you. If you see, there is a git folder which keeps all the details of the git repository that you are working with in this particular folder. That's why git branch hyphen a, it actually connected, it actually fetched the URL, that is the address of this repository. Okay, it saw that okay, this is the address of the repository. It went there and it actually fetched the uh, remote branch names there. So I saw that the Kavita module branch is also there. Now I am good and I will see that I will first commit my changes of Kavita to Kavita's branch. Okay, what changes you make in your branch, first it should go in your local branch. Okay, I repeat, with respect to this diagram, Kavita made her changes in her source code. Now she should first, she can only push the things only to the uh, local branch. She cannot push her code directly to her origin Kavita module remote branch. It is always the code that you make changes, it should always go to your local branch. So when we say your source code, that the changes that you made, what change I made? I made only a simple line change. There can be many more other changes, okay, or there can be many more things. For that, now note this step. Please note these steps, how Kavita is going to uh, start working on pushing her code to her remote branch. I'm not still thinking of merging things to develop. First, I want to push my code to the remote Kavita module branch. So I first say, what is the status of my branch right now? When I say git status, it reads line by line. On branch Kavita module, perfect. Your branch is up to date with Kavita's module. Yes. However, there are certain changes that you did. Changes not staged for commit. Okay. What are those files? This was the file which I made the change. Right? Do you agree, all of you? Kavita, Hema, Sudhir.
Yes, sir.
Kavita, are you there?
Yes, yes, sir.
So Kavita made the change in this file, and I see that in Eclipse also it is showing greater than sign. That means there is a change between the current file and the local repository. Okay, So if don't think that whatever change you are making here immediately goes into your local repository. No, whatever change you make here, you have to commit that change. If you commit it, then it goes to your local repository. So there is always a stage, okay, that when you say git commit, your code actually goes into your local repository. Don't say that when you are writing your source code, automatically the code is going in local repository. No. When you say git commit, then only your changes will go to your repository. Which repository? The local repository. So I say now. So first what did I do? I said check the status of my branch. It says that there is one file which is ready for commit, but there are certain untracked files. I don't want everything to be going in my repository, so I will not do anything with respect to them. So there is a help that is given here. What it says, use git add file name to update what will be committed. Okay, now if I say git add file name, what is the file name? Utilities, common utilities, JSON. Okay, I add this. Okay, what did I say here by this command? I said the command git that there is a new file which has been modified. Please consider it for committing to my local branch. So again I say that what did git understand with this command? With git status. Okay, see now the so what is it saying? What was the state here? The changes are not staged for commit. When I did git add, it it actually understood that I have to commit only this file now with this command. Git add this. So I'm still not committing my code. I just made git understand that I have to add this file in my git index. Okay, so this file turned to green. Now this itself tells that I am ready to push my code in my git local repository. So when I say git commit, I say -m. Okay, and what is -m? -m is nothing but to give the message what you want to say. So please make sure that you give correct comments when you are committing your code. I repeat, when you are committing your code in the repository, those will be the comments that will be going in the remote repository. So the customer who is actually looking your code, he will see the comments. So don't write anything randomly just to push your code, temporary change or something. Make changes such a way that the comment makes sense as to what work you committed to the repository. Hema and Kavita, are you understanding the significance of this command?
Yes, Pavan.
Right? So git
Yeah.
commit -m. Okay, what message ideally I should give for what change I did? What change did I do? I made a change saying that I added a comment here. Okay, so you should give a comment that added comment for the parser file. Does this comment make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? So when anyone tries to see the git log that what was happening in the repository, then today Kavita is working on her commits. Tomorrow Hema will come up with her commits. So when Kavita will push the latest code of Hema, she will see the git log and say that okay, Hema has done so much work. Her commits are describing what all works she did. So her commit log messages will itself say that Hema's code has come in her repository, right? So these messages are very important. Now I said I committed my code. So what did I do? Kavita, can you tell me what you did with this commit command?
I made like I in my module, the local Kavita underscore module, it will like changes will happen.
Perfect. Very good. Very good. So, so what happened is your code was there. You pushed the changes to this by saying commit. So commit only makes changes to your local repository. It never goes and change your remote repository. Okay. So commit. Always listen. Commit means what? Your local changes. I mean to say your file changes, not in your branch. I'm saying in your folder, what changes you made. If you want to push it to your local repository that is located in your machine, you have to push those changes to the that local branch. Once you are good, then what you do, you push the changes.
Pawan, I have a quick question.
Hmm.
So when she made changes in hers, you said when do you think it is good to go? So do they test it before that, or
Oh yes,
that
yes,
never?
yes. See, never do a git push before you test it. Okay, when you think that the changes which you made, they are working fine. Okay, and they are working fine, right, in your branch. So just understand that before doing git commit or git push, test your code end to end, so that make sure that your changes are not affecting the end to end execution of anyone's test cases, right? So you have to make sure. But
I want to say that yesterday came, I don't know whether you listened to that. You can also have authorization.
yes.
So one level or two levels so that someone can review your code.
Hmm.
Once they pass, then your code will be checked in.
Correct. So yes, code review is very important. As of now, assuming that you are whole and sole owner of this project, okay, you know everything. But the thing is, when you make locally changes, right? You make some changes locally. Before committing, get it reviewed. Okay, saying that some senior person in your team saying that okay, I made these changes. He will say, please test the code end to end. If everything is good, then push the changes. Okay. So right now, no, he says then only commit. Okay. Once it is committed, then we will see again if there is anything that is hampering our local branch. Are you guys getting? See right now what has happened at this moment, when I committed, then this commit will happen only after the review comments are good. Okay. Once review comments means what? Someone will suggest you to make certain changes, and if you have uh, accompanied those changes in the files, then he says that you are good to commit the code, and then you commit it, and then you say that let me push this code to the remote repository and test my code on the server machines where my generally the test happens. So it is not that your machine will be under test. It is the client or customer's some test machine which will test the end-to-end code of yours. So you say git push, and there is nothing to push now because you are already up to date, is what it is saying. So now what happens is, let me check there. So So the code has gone from Kavita's module local branch to the remote branch. This git push is a command which pushes the code from local repository to the remote repository. So let us make the notes for this. So this git push set upstream doesn't push the code. This only associates the new branch name that you created with the remote branch. However, okay, git add was there, and then git commit was there. Yeah, anyways, I've noted it there here, and then git push. Okay,
Pawan,
these
only to push, then only the file will be replaced, right?
yeah, at least on the remote repository. So if there are no conflicts, then this file will be replaced remotely as well. But in Kavita's branch, not in develop. We are still working on Kavita's branch only here. Still, I have to merge my code into develop. So that we will see tomorrow or maybe next week. Up to this point, I request everyone to create your account on Bitbucket and try to do things on your own. Okay, team. So I'm rushing for the office now. So I believe you will see the recordings again and come up with the queries. Okay.
Yeah, Pawan.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Hema. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Pawan.
Yeah. So please go through the videos and let me know if you come across any queries.
Sure.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Bye.